Hi, my name is Christopher Manson, and I'm here to persuade you to reconsider trade schools in public education. If you have watched movies that are set before the 90s, you might have catch a glimpse of shop class or woodworking class in a school scene. Grease, 16 Candles are prime examples of a couple movies. Before the Common Core, vocational degrees were much more common in the public education system. Just this past week, the state of Georgia passed and agreed upon raising college tuition for all undergraduates at public universities at what is already a heavy price to pay for education. Meanwhile, thousands and thousands of jobs remain unfilled due to lack of training and education within the vocational workforce. Our public education system is in shambles. For 12 years, we have pushed and shoved information down our children's throats and test after test after test until we send them off to college. We then spend thousands upon thousands of dollars to receive an education and enter to the workforce ill-prepared for our future with nothing but student loan debt to show for it. Not everyone is meant to go to college. If you ask anyone from generations past, I am sure you will have at least 2 or 3 relatives who did not attend college. Not because they didn't make the cut, but because they had training in other areas that guaranteed them a job instead of spending money on further education. We as a country have created a culture where education is the end to be all. Those who have a degree or degrees are seen as high society, and those who do not must not be smart enough to obtain one. However, we need to stop looking at education in this way. So much pressure is put on our youth to obtain a degree because a degree means a job. However, recent studies have shown that most of our jobs sitting empty are jobs that simply need training, not further education. This problem could be solved within our public education system. For 12 years we have sat in a classroom where we taught the basics, mathematics, science, social studies, and English. Depending on your strengths, you may have taken more than the basics in a subject or two, and also completed some extracurricular courses such as band, orchestra, or in my case, auto shop class. Today, schools have expanded their extracurricular courses to include photography, art appreciation, dance, graphic design, newspaper, and many more courses within the arts, all of which are fantastic opportunities for students to expand their horizons beyond core education and study courses that interest them. However, they have cut out the courses that teaches kids how to fix their own cars or build their own furniture or even manage their own money. Contrary to popular belief, public schools receive quite a bit of federal funding and grants, supplying them with the funds each year to benefit the education of their students. Many times, the money is spent on new technology or software that administrators believe will raise test scores and close the achievement gaps between students. While all of this sounds great on paper, do children really need $10,000 software to help close their gap in math or English? Or could we better spend this money on supplying a shop class or woodworking class for students who may not attend college but want a tangible education that will provide them various opportunities upon graduation? With students feeling the pressure to line up at university doors, it is leaving a huge deficit of skilled trade jobs unfilled that could be making them money within as little as 6 weeks of training. Without having access to try these new skills before graduation, students will never know if it is something they enjoy or not. I once read a study, investing in education that supplies the need of every student in turn could save society and our future generations thousands of dollars in the long run. Students won't feel the need to continue to invest in their education by acquiring student loans when jobs can start to be filled with experienced employees.